If you're working on a scene with many objects and you just want to focus on one thing, you can either isolate the object, which will hide everything else, or you can lock the selection so that you can't select anything else. Let's look at isolate first. All you have to do is just select something, such as this group, and then at the bottom of the interface is a button labeled Isolate Selection. Looks like a little cyan box with brackets around it. Click that button, and all the other objects are hidden, and the perspective view zooms in to the current selection. The other views do not zoom. Okay, we can turn that back off again to unisolate that selection. The keyboard shortcut to isolate a selection is Alt Q. I can select something and hit Alt Q on the keyboard, and that object is isolated. There's actually a separate hotkey to disable isolate selection. If we try to hit Alt Q again, nothing happens. There's a separate hotkey to toggle isolate selection, and that is Ctrl Alt Q. Ctrl Alt Q will toggle the state of isolate selection, so you can use it instead of Alt Q to enter isolate selection, but you have to use it in order to exit isolate selection. Now we can look at locking selections. That's a similar concept. Select any object or group, and you can lock that selection with the little padlock icon down here. When you activate that, it turns yellow, and now you can't select anything else. You also cannot unselect your current selection. Okay, so we can unlock that so we can select other things. That's a useful tool. Another way to get at lock selection is the keyboard shortcut, which is Ctrl Shift N. And now I can't select anything else. Ctrl Shift N does toggle the state of lock selection, so I can issue that hotkey again, Ctrl Shift N, to exit out of lock selection. In 3ds Max 2021, you can also tap the spacebar to launch a little pop-up menu, and the command at the very top of that menu is Lock Selection. We can enable it or disable it from that spacebar menu. So I'll hit spacebar again and disable lock selection. That's how to isolate and lock selections.